Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Empire Earth on the Mysterious JG. Right now we're just playing through some scenarios. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to handle some of the recording technicalities of this because I've got all this weirdness. I might just eventually switch the game window to be the same size as the window the menus are in because it'll make it less work for me. But for now, we're ready for Tutorial 2. Advancement and Improvement. Advance to a new epoch and learn about researching new technology. You will also fight off some wild animals and learn about civilization points at the Civilization Builder. I remember having felt, for whatever reason, I was slightly charmed by the intro scenarios, because my three main memories of the game is, well, I guess I've got a couple main memories of the game. I'm thinking about it now. I remember two things from the futuristic campaign with the Russians, and one of them was that a mission where I was building lots of robots and fighting China. And another thing I remember about it was that there's kind of a neat twist at the end of the game that I liked, but I won't spoil it. I remember two things about the German campaign, and one of them was having a big, long, hard-fought World War I campaign and then have the Americans show up at the end. And I also remember a no-build, this game's version of a no-build dungeon crawl, where you're playing as Baron von Richthofen, and he keeps making these kind of sad comments about the tragedy of war, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're putting that in his mouth, because later on the German campaign will go into World War II, and I don't want them to be tragic heroes so much. But the other thing I remembered is playing through the early stuff where it was very easy and low pressure. And maybe this says more about me and how bored I was at the time, but I really got into role-playing as the guy who was building up this new fledgling civ and hoping that, build a new city. I got excited about the idea, alright, we're going to build, because you start with a town center in an Age of Empires game, and you go out and you build buildings and stuff, but really you're just building up a base and waiting for another person to come in and attack you, or go attack them. They had this narrative where I kind of felt like I was in there really doing my best to help out these Phoenician guys. So we'll see. We'll see how much of that was just me having been bored and needing something to get into temporarily, or whether the game does a good job of actually kind of making you feel connected to the story. And constantly chatting away and doing commentary might make that impossible. But we're going to advance to a new epoch. We're going to spend some civilization points. That might have been part of it, just the idea that you could make your civ better at things. Whatever it was, we'll jump into it now. The Island of Tyre, 2000 to 1100 BC. You gonna start talking, narrator?
The Phoenician people have moved onto the island just west of their first city. In their new home, called New Tyre, they are struggling to advance beyond their primitive beginnings.
Sure.
In this scenario, you will lead the Phoenicians into a new epoch, the Stone Age. In the Stone Age, you can research new technology for your civilization. You will also fight off some wild animals and learn about civilization points and the Civilization Builder.
Cool. Alright. We're going to collect food in preparation for advancing to the Stone Age. Basically, it's just I guess we'll fight off wild animals to learn basic combat skill, but we don't have enemies. We're just out there trying to make it work. Making our way in the world today takes everything we got. So by 1200 BC, the Phoenicians of Old Tyre had moved onto the island just west of their first settlement. The city they founded, they became known as New Tyre, an island principality that was famous throughout the ancient world. On Melkart Island, apparently. Eventually, New Tyre would grow and become a maritime trading center for Phoenician colonies that stretched across the Mediterranean, and the island of Melkart would become famous for the great docks built into two natural harbors along their eastern coastline. Secure as an island fortress, New Tyre resisted direct conquest for many centuries until it fell in 332 BC to Alexander the Great in one of the most memorable sieges of the ancient world. The island of Melkart is now submerged. Yeah, I don't understand why Alexander felt the need to go around whatever. I guess he wouldn't have been Alexander the Great if he only conquered, one or two cities and left other cities alone because they'd been unconquered so long it would have been a shame to spoil it. If you're confused or if you missed instruction, blah, 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 blah. I think there's going to be some stuff where it's just there's a switch from one aspect to the next. I ain't going to edit all those out.
A new Phoenician colony has been established. Just off the coast, west of the first Phoenician settlement of Old Tyre, is the island of Melkart. Upon this island, intrepid Phoenicians have established a city that will become known as New Tyre.
Creative.
To help New Tyre prosper, you must lead your people into the Stone Age.
Of course, they could have called it
Progressing to a more
left front
advanced
tire,
epoch
left right tire.
requires an expenditure of resources. A forage patch lies near your town center on the island. Have your citizens gather food from it.
Do it now. Well, I mean, I guess I should just do what I'm told, but I'm wondering, should I... There's a channel that I occasionally watch with Age of Empires content. This guy would be very mad about me wasting time chopping down the stray trees near your base. Never worth the effort as far as they're concerned.
Creating new citizens at your town center and putting them to work will help your civilization grow faster. Each new citizen will cost a small amount of food, but the investment now will more than pay off later.
Okay. I don't know what stone is even going to be used for here, but these are presumably houses that add like, what do houses do? I do have a supply cap, to use the StarCraft terminology.
Don't forget that new citizens can be instructed to go to a rally point as soon as they emerge from the town center or capital.
Yep.
A quick way to assign a rally point for them is to select your town.
Northeast to find more forage patches, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off, friend. The little thing went pop. I figured I was probably supposed to go see what that was about. This game likes to have, Alright, so I'm going to have you... Oh. You will explore.
Need more food to advance to the Stone Age. Other foraging sites can be found northeast of your town center. Select several citizens and have them construct a settlement near to the sites. Then have them gather food. Be careful, as you never know where dangerous animals might be lurking.
Well, that would seem to be an indication dangerous animals are lurking about. Kirok. I am Kirok! He's Kirok, folks. I don't know what populate does, but we'll probably find out later. I assume just, like, the smart thing is probably not building that many, oh, wow, yeah, we really did run out of resources.
Are working at a great distance from your town center. Build a settlement near to the resource site to speed up gathering.
Yeah, I got it, friend.
Remember, only 6 citizens at a time can work any one mine. The more mineral deposits you discover and mine, the faster your resource inventories will accumulate. Don't forget to continue to gather wood by chopping down trees. You'll need wood to build additional settlements.
At some point we're going to run into, now they said 6 can work a single patch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but... So this one is not being worked. Okay. Meaning that I can send more guys up there, but I was a little uneasy about that. That is going to be plenty of stone.
The area around the new forage patches is crawling with man-eating tigers.
Is it?
You will have to kill the tigers so you can forage for food unmolested. To attack a tiger, select several citizens and then right-click on a tiger. It's best to attack dangerous animals like tigers with a group of citizens.
Whoa, okay. I guess you're just leading them away at this point. I thought I told you guys to attack a tiger. I guess they attacked a tiger. So they definitely lost some villagers there. And that one didn't have to die at all, but I figured they would survive the tigers do not lead meat, by the way. We do not... What? Wow, these tigers are really, like, organized, and, they want us dead. And you... Oh, you poor fool. Can I get some anti-tiger towers or something?
Well done. You have eliminated a serious threat to your people, and you have been awarded civilization points. In scenarios, you are occasionally awarded with civilization points for accomplishing an objective.
Sure.
Left-click on the flashing crown. You will see what bonuses you can purchase for your civilization with your civ.
But wait till I'm done talking, or you won't be able to hear my
The
narration.
scenario pauses while you are on this screen.
Okay.
At first glance, the array of options may seem confusing, but you'll get used to it the more you play. For
Okay.
now,
Basically,
scroll
they're
down to
saying, yeah, our
citizens and spend your
GUI
points
sucks,
on any
but
bonuses you can
whatever.
afford.
Hold on. Oh, sorry, I was trying to figure out how to cover my nose. I covered the mic, and I just, like, left, right, and sneezed all over my screen with an uncovered mic. I'm sorry. We have 20 points, total points spent, 20 points left to spend. We can improve our bombers, our fighters, our helicopters. Probably villagers might be more useful at this point. Although we can't do that either. Tanks, infantry, cybers, civ. Here we go. We got better at hunting and foraging, which leaves us 9 points. Citizens and fishing boats. Oh. So they have better range and speed and hunting and foraging. Can I reset this? If I feel like I did it wrong. Maybe I can, actually. Yeah, okay, they didn't get spent because I didn't confirm. Excellent. Okay. Economy, let's see. See, I don't know how long hunting and foraging is going to matter. Also, these are the tutorial missions, so I'm sure that this is not going to be that big of a deal. But let's go with attack bonus doesn't mean a whole lot for them. Build time decrease, cost reduction would be really good, but I'd need to save up for it. Feels like cost reduction would be the best thing for civs. Collect food. Okay. So that's a plot event. I just got attacked by a fuckload of tigers. And I can't do anything about that yet. Other than just build people. Don't really properly know. Need 850 food. And there's more than enough up here. So the thing to do is to get more peeps. I'll target this one until I've got 2. And then I'll switch it over to that other spot. So when this says 6, I'm refocusing to here. Because these are 2 separate forage patches. Alright. Yeah, I mean, you could make an argument, yeah, fewer villages, less to save, but whatever. It's really a question now of display of hidden units, eh? Are there hidden tigers? Building's always transparent, building's always opaque. Yeah, the transparent building, I mean, maybe there'll be buildings later on that are really tall and it'll be really weird and distracting. Right now, it's weirding me out that there are a bunch of transparent buildings. Houses, presumably adding to my pop limit. But yeah, we're just playing through the tutorials here. Nothing to see here. Just playing through the tutorials. You see the rate at which food comes in should pick up now that I've got great masses of citizens, including we've got regular citizen and female flavored. It's like regular citizens in diet, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what stone is for in this scenario. I got one person gathering it. It may be that that is a complete waste of everyone's time. But you know, I'm just happy to be alive in a world where I can go back and play an RTS series from the aughts that I don't know. I'm not like trying to really mock it. It got a couple of sequels. It was doing okay for a while there, but I think this is pretty much a forgotten series. It's got its own little. It's got a fan page, but it's a fan page. Like I found a fan page with info on it, but it's also got info on a bunch of other RTSs. I think it's like just a general RTS page. But I'm just like, yeah, I can spend a Sunday. You're just hanging out? Because there's too many people. Okay. I miscounted somewhere. I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I miscounted. Okay. Somewhere along the way I miscounted. What does populate do? I'm sure they'll explain at some point. I vaguely recall a mechanic. You could put people into a building and it would get better at whatever it does. Because once you have like a really... I feel like at some point, once you had... you're in like a future age, like you didn't really have citizens wearing like business suits and pantsuits walking back and forth between a fancy-looking settlement and futuristic fruit patches. So I forget how economy works in late game, but I mean I think there is something where like you know you build citizens and you put them in structures that generate resources in some fashion other than people leaning over you know silicon for computer chips and just kind of going and moving their arms around. Somehow that's all going to change at some point. Meanwhile, we're sitting on 20 Civ points, and I sure hope they're not taken away from us just because I decided I wanted to keep them in case I could get a Civ cost boost later. We're getting perilously close to being able to afford the Stone Age, which is the whole point of this endeavor here. And this tutorial is going to take it looks like it's going to be a whole video. I thought I could get 2 in one video, but you know, I'm trying to be a completionist. Is it necessary to play the tutorials? Probably not. Thought it might be fun. I've been mistaken before.
You now have enough food to research the advancement to the Stone Age. To do this, select your town center, then click on the Stone Age button.
Okay. Got nice little Washington monument here to indicate our level of political discourse, I guess. I don't know.
While a new epic is being researched, no units can be created at this town center, and no other research can be performed there.
Of course, we haven't told you about research
you
yet.
can queue up additional units or research by clicking on the appropriate buttons. This production will commence as soon as the town center has completed researching the Stone Age.
Unless future ages take longer to research, that really doesn't seem to be that big a deal. This is not taking much longer than it would to create a villager.
You can watch the progress being made on the research by selecting the town center and looking at the status bar displayed over the town center's portrait.
I say that now in case you thought the game had broken, and in fact you're not researching anything. Can we gather iron, or is this a... Well, there's probably later on I have a factory or something that generates iron from the ether. It's a long walk time with that wood. It'd be very inefficient here.
Congratulations! Your people have reached the Stone Age. Continue gathering resources for your civilization.
Am I going to be given a new challenge at some point here?
In the Stone Age, you'll have access to the first of many technologies. Select your town center and you'll see a research button for hafted tools. This technology, once researched, will allow your citizens to mine stone with increased efficiency. Technologies cost you resources, but let your civilization do something new or improve on something it could before. All technologies are optional, but it's a good idea to research those technologies you believe will further the plans you have for your civilization.
You're really going to want hafted tools before you start developing nuclear weapons late game. That's what we're saying here. Oh, hey, check it out. The citizens are, Oh, yeah, that female citizen's looking a little different now. See, she's got a little, oh, yeah, see, men's got they got
a new pack of tigers
skirts.
They've
They've got skirts.
Kill them before they eat your people.
Well, now we got our hafted tools. Is that going to help here? Where are these tigers at? Where are they at? Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, man, we know how to kill some tigers. I guess that's game.
Excellent work. Your people are thriving. Take pride in the start you have given to this new city.
I am proud, man. I know it sounds stupid, but I remember getting really involved with these people and their growth. Oh, wait a second. There was gold on this map. Oh, I should have gone exploring. I could have found another resource other than just stone, which we never needed at all. Wood we needed to build this. It doesn't look like... Did I finish researching the hand tool technology? I don't even know if we did. Pote. Adi adi adi. We likes to party. You got to get up to get down. All right, guys. This is it's the tutorials. Kill all the tigers. That's pretty much what we did. Second group of tigers didn't spawn until after we'd advanced, and these tigers basically were just mad. We got our ladies in their mini skirts. We got the boys in their macro skirts. Ladies got some fun. See, now we can... Oh, see, I just lassoed her. We can get in like this. I don't know how to rotate to get a good look at like the face there. This guy, we can see his face pretty good. Yeah, I got some real mouse sensitivity issues. But these are our people, guys, and they stood up to tigers. They researched fancy tools. I don't know if they got to use them or not. We still have our points unspent. We'll see if they carry over next time. And there was no other players. The animals don't get a team. So I'm calling this a victory. We'll look at our statistics here. We had a citizen count of 19. A research count of... Wait, now the Phoenician scouts are back. I don't get it. We lost 4 units. Are the Phoenician scouts like tigers, I guess? There's some kind of Phoenician tigers? Not really sure. But I am sure that when we come back next time, we will be building up. As Aisha might say, it's time to raise up. And I hope you're there. See you then.